This conference will now be recorded.
Yes, good morning to all of you. And today we are going to discuss about. So first of all, what is SAP? Some SAP history. So then we'll discuss about ERP. What is ERP? So then we'll discuss about basis. So what is SAP basis? Actually, I think so. In our today's session, most of the people they already watched the demo session, but some of the people they are not watched the session demo session. So because in our uh, YouTube channel, so I think three to four, I think four demo sessions are there. So most of the people they already go through the demo sessions. So, but for remaining people, we'll discuss what is SAP, what is ERP, what is SAP basis. So why we need to learn SAP basis only? So because we have nowadays we have number of modules are there. So why we need to learn SAP basis? So all these things in our today's session we'll discuss. So this is not a it's not a demo, but I will explain as a basis consultant. So what is the real work in the organization? What is the major work, and what are the prerequisites for learn SAP basis, and what are the daily tasks in the organization? So first we'll discuss about what is SAP and why SAP only. Because we have different technologies also there in the market. So why we need to go with SAP only? So why not Java, .NET, and other technologies also there? And what is SAP basis? Why SAP basis only? So if you take SAP, we have 200 plus modules. 200 plus modules are there. But why we need to learn SAP basis only? So why not other modules? That is we'll discuss. And what is SAP S4HANA? This is a SAP latest application. So some people they confused what is SAP HANA, what is SAP S4 HANA. So I will explain in our today's session. And what about the job security? So it means okay. So you join. So today onwards, our classes will start. So after 6 days, our session, the classes are will complete. And what about the job market? So you practiced well. So daily 3 to 4 hours you practice. So you keep for about 3 years experience in our resume. What about the calls in the market? And as a basis consultant, what are the roles and responsibilities in the organization? So this is we'll discuss all these points. So coming to myself, so this is Surya. I'm SAP certified corporate trainer. I have 12 plus years of experience. I started my career as a basis trainee. So training means that is the initial designation as a basis consultant. So I joined as a basis training. After that, SAP basis consultant. After that, SAP basis administrator. And present, I'm working as a basis administrator, SAP basis administrator. We have one more. The designation is the architect. So anyone, if you have interest with, if you have good experience, nearly 10 years or 11 years, so definitely, so you can. enter into the architect also. So I can teach S4 HANA basis, NetWeaver, SAP NetWeaver, and SAP security also. In our courses, security also covered. Actually, nowadays SAP security there is a separate module. So once upon a time that is included in SAP basis, but so nowadays that is a separate module. SAP security is a separate module. It's not included in basis. But in our sessions, security also will cover. So successfully completed, but I'm not actually not exactly 900 plus batches. So actually, I'm not counted the batches, but so 900 plus batches I have successfully completed. So in my 12 years duration. So like online classes. So present online classes are only going on. So previously, so I had taken classroom classes also and corporate training like so Brown by Technologies and HCL. So I gave the corporate training. So this is my experience in as a trainer. And now, what is SAP? So SAP company was established in 1972. SAP company is from German. So SAP company was started in 1972 by five ex-employees of IBM. So we have the image also. So these are the five ex-employees of IBM. So nowadays, I think lakhs of people are working on SAP. So, but all the people they need to remember these five guys. So in 1972, before 1972, they are worked for IBM in mainframes. So in 1972, they quit from IBM and they started their own company that is SAP. So SAP is a company we should call as SAP only, not SAP. So just like for suppose if you take TCS, we are called as TCS only. So because that's not a word, it's a TCS is a company. The same way, SAP is a company started in 1972 by these five guys. So SAP stands for systems, applications, and products for data processing. For processing a data, we need systems, we need applications, we need products. Systems means like operating systems. Applications means SAP applications and SAP products. So by using operating systems, SAP applications, and SAP products, we can process the data. So that is the meaning of SAP. So we should call as SAP only. Just one second. So already we discussed SAP company located in German. So started 1972 by five ex-employees of IBM people. So ABAP is the first module of SAP. Initially, and you need to know this point. In 1972, there is no Microsoft OS. So nowadays, we are installing SAP on Windows. So Windows means Microsoft operating system. So nowadays we are installing SAP and Windows and Linux and other operating systems also. But in 1972, so Microsoft is not there. So initially they install SAP on mainframes. So because these five guys they have good experience in mainframes. So that is the reason they developed one application so which is running on mainframes. So ABAP is the first module of SAP in 1972. So this is one and only programming language in entire SAP, Advanced Business Application Program, one and only programming module. So ABAP module was developed from C++ COBOL. So ABAP is developed by SAP people. So with the help of C++ COBOL, they developed ABAP module. So that is the reason. For suppose if you want to learn SAP ABAP, you need compulsory C++ COBOL experience. So if you want to learn ABAP module nowadays, compulsory you should have experience on C++ COBOL. Then only you can able to survive in the like in that module. And finance and controlling. This is the second module of SAP in 1972. This is the second module of SAP. Why? Because they developed FICO as a second module means. So if you take German, so Germany is very famous for industries, especially the country very famous for steel industries. So one of the organization in German, they approached SAP people for develop a application for financial transactions. So because if you take any organization, number of financial transactions are happen, right? For suppose if you take Reliance or Tata Motors, so Tata groups, so they have different departments are there. They have lakhs of thousands of or lakhs of employees are there. They are paying the salaries, and they are selling the products, and they purchase the raw material. So these all are the financial transactions. So they want to develop a means the organization looking for a one application, so which is useful for store the financial transactions. So the organization they approach to SAP. So SAP people they developed FICO. So this is very popular. So FICO is very popular. Why? Because before 1972, so there is no application to store the financial transactions. So this is the first application. So that is the reason FICO is very popular in 1972. So the organization, the same organization, they are asking for other departments also. So because if we take any organization, we have like administration department and the sales department, marketing department. So other departments also there, right? They are very satisfied with the financial the application what they developed by SAP. So that is the reason they are asking for to develop the application for other departments also. So SAP they developed applications like sales. For sales they have developed one application. For marketing and HR and quality maintenance. So for all these departments they develop the application. So present SAP having 200 plus modules. Just now we discussed 200 plus modules, but so nearly 5 to 10 modules are very popular. So like SAP Basis and ABAP, FICO, SD, MMPM, like this. Some modules mandatory. If you take any organization, up to 10 modules are mandatory. If you take even small organization also. So these are the five founders. Founders. That's very interesting. So these are the names of five founders. So coming to SAP company nowadays, this is a world top ERP solution company. What is ERP? Now we'll discuss. And 77% out of 100%, 77% of transactions are touches SAP application only. So this is important point. So this is a world top ERP application company. Second point is 77% of transactions nowadays in the market, 77% of the transactions are they touch SAP application. So it means, so 77% of transactions are done by SAP application only. So having more than 4 million customers nowadays at present, more than 4 million customers, and in 180 countries they are serving the means their service. So in 180 countries they have the service. So if you take SAP, not only SAP, some other ERP companies also there in the market. Some other ERP companies also in the market. For suppose if you take operating system, we have Windows, Linux, AX, Mac OS, Solaris. The same with database, Oracle database, DB2 DBA, MaxDB, Sybase, MS SQL Server, HANA database. In the same way, ERP also. Just now we discussed ERP is the topmost, SAP is the topmost company in ERP. The topmost company. Along with SAP, other companies also there in the market. Oracle also there in the market. PeopleSoft also there in the market. Microsoft is also there in the market. JD Edwards also there in the market. Civil CRM, I think not Civil. SAP, so already is there. And BAN, Tally ERP also there in the market. Not only SAP, other companies also there in the market in ERP. But why SAP is popular? So whenever we go to the Amirpet, the institute training institutes, almost all the training institutes they have SAP. Means so they will teach SAP, but they are not teaching like JD Edwards ERP, Microsoft ERP, and the PeopleSoft ERP, Oracle ERP. So why? Because in ERP, SAP is the number one. Almost all the organizations from startup company onwards, level 5 company up to level 5 company, they go with SAP only. They go with SAP only. Why? Because if you take Oracle, it's a very big company, Oracle. If you take Microsoft, you know that Microsoft, how it is big. JD Edwards, Tally, BAN. So these are very, very big companies. But in ERP, SAP is the number one. So why? Because I will explain you with one example. So first of all, ERP stands for Enterprise Resource Planning. So Enterprise Resource Planning, ERP stands for Enterprise Resource Planning. So it means so how the resources we plan in the organization. So that is the meaning of ERP. So according to our resources, how to plan the resources. So in the organization, according to our requirement, how to plan the resources. For suppose, so we have a training institute. Just only one classroom is there. about sales and distribution, marketing, and maintenance, quality, FICO. It's SEO and basics. Yeah, see here. So I have six classrooms in my training institute, and not six classrooms, just three classrooms only. I have in my training institute. So the three classrooms I need to use for these six modules. So how to use that is important because we have six modules are there, but three classrooms are there. So based on the requirement, I allocate the classrooms. See here, this is training institute, and these are the modules. So three classrooms. So in morning time, I have more students of above and basis and plant minus PM. So these students are more. That's why I allocate these classrooms in morning time and evening time. SD, MM, and FICO. So these three modules, uh, the students are more. So that is the reason in evening time I allocate the same three classrooms for these three modules, the people, the students. So I have just three classrooms only. How I can allocate based on the requirement? I allocate the classrooms. So all the three classrooms are in one institute only. So please remember. See here. So we have only one training institute. So we partition our training institute is partitioned into three classrooms and six modules. Will our training institute teaching six modules. So based on the students, I allocate the classrooms. So in morning time, we have more number of above students and like basic students and the plant maintenance students. But evening time, we have more number of sales and distribution SD module people and marketing people and FICO. So these three people we have. So based on that, we allocate the classrooms for these three modules people. But we have only one training institute, please remember. So all the six modules are we teach with the three classrooms only, right? So in the same way, SAP, if you take ERP application, we have only one ERP application. We have only one ERP application. Suppose so this is Tata Motors or Tata Group. This is Tata Group. One ERP application sufficient for all these departments. One ERP application. All the modules are tightly integrated with the application. So all the modules are tightly integrated with the application. This is ERP application. This is ERP application. So once we install ERP application, all the modules are automatically created. So for suppose if you take ABAP module, SD, MM, PM, QM, basis and FICO, all the modules are automatically created. There is no separate software for module wise. So it means if you want to install ABAP module separate, it's not possible. If you want to install SD module separate, not possible. If you want to install MM module separate, not possible. So whenever we install a ERP, SAP ERP, all the modules are automatically created. That is the reason if you want to install SAP ERP, it will take minimum 8 to 9 hours, sometimes 10 hours also. Because of to install all the modules, not only basis, right? You are working on basis, okay. There is no separate software for SAP basis. There is no separate software. You are working on basis, your colleague working on, for suppose you are learning basis and your friend learning FICO, your another friend learning ABAP. All the three members need to install ERP in their like laptop or desktop because there is no separate softwares. So whenever we install ERP, automatically all the modules are created based on the requirement. We can use the departments. Like if it is a small organization, yes, you can use some few modules only. If it is a big organization, you can use number of modules. For suppose, so if you take my mobile, I have a number of apps I installed along with my smartphone. I have some apps. So I have some apps. I got the apps. I have Chrome browser. I have app, Gmail app. I have WhatsApp app. I have some banking app. I have go to meeting and I have Telegram also. So all the apps are in one smartphone only. So based on my requirement, I can use Telegram and bank app and WhatsApp, Gmail and Chrome. So based on my requirement. So if you suppose if you take your mobile, based on your requirement, you can use. But all the modules are installed in all the apps are installed in our mobile only. That is the best example of ERP, your mobile, because we are not using separate mobile for WhatsApp. We are not using separate mobile for bank. We are not using separate mobile for go to meeting and Chrome, Gmail, Telegram also. All the apps we install in one single smartphone. In the same way here, all the modules, web module, SD, sales and distribution module, and material management module, plant maintenance module, HR module, and basis module are integrated with SAP here. So whenever we install SAP ERP, all modules are automatically created. All the modules are tightly integrated. See here, integrated. All the modules are tightly integrated. So this is nothing but ERP, enterprise resource planning. How to plan the resources in your organization. ERP is a product. That's a product only. Not only SAP, other companies also released ERP. But just now we discussed 77% of, so out of 100%, 77% of transactions are happened through SAP only. SAP, especially ERP only. 77% of transactions are happened through SAP ERP only. The remaining just 23% transactions are happened to other. We have different ERP companies also there in the market, right? Oracle ERP, PeopleSoft ERP, Microsoft ERP, JD Edwards, and BAN. So these, I think, 5 to 6 competitors are there, SAP ERP competitors. So these five to six companies, they share 23%. Only SAP ERP shared 77% of the market. So that is a power of SAP. So why? Because why the customers are, they are looking for SAP means, in ERP, why they are looking for SAP means all the modules are automatically created. See here, I will show you. Yeah. So this is SAP initial screen. I will show you from. This is SAP logon. This is SAP logon. From SAP logon only we can able to log into SAP. This is the version, SAP logon version. So through SAP logon only we can log into SAP application. Yeah. So here, this is a screen. Here it is asking the client number, user, password. So client number automatically, already we have the client number 800. So client 800. So why it is displayed 800 only? So that is a separate history, separate story is there. We'll discuss in our upcoming, means the regular sessions. I'm entering the client number 812 client, and user. We have a user, that is ID admin is the user. ID admin, the password. I logged in. So this is the initial screen. So this is a SAP demo system. This is SAP demo system. So we have two types of systems: SAP demo system and a real-time system. I will discuss what is SAP demo system, what is real-time system. We'll discuss. And here, this is a screen, initial screen. So here, SAP menu. Menu means all the modules uh, we can able to see here. SAP menu, all the modules. So whenever we expand this one, we observe here MM, material management means SAP MM, SAP MM, and sales and distribution. This is SAP SD, and logistics execution, SAP LE, and production process, SAP PP, customer service, and plant maintenance, PM, SAP PM, and customer service, CS, SAP CS, and quality management, SAP QM. So logistics controlling, so SAP LC. So these are the modules. See here, under SAP menu, we have all these modules. And what about SAP basis? It is not showing SAP basis, but here we can enter the T codes. So whatever our basis T codes, here we can enter. So whenever we install SAP ERP, see here, this is ERP. All the modules are automatically installed. No need to install separately. All the modules are automatically installed, and all the modules are tightly integrated. They are in all the modules are in one place only. So that is the reason data sharing is very easy. So that is ERP, enterprise resource planning. Yeah. So ERP application combines. So it combines. See here. So it combines the core processors, means the main processor, into a single system, just like our smartphone. All the apps we can install in one single smartphone. We are not using separate mobiles for separate apps. So your smartphone is the best example of ERP. So coming to our basis. So coming to our basis. So basis stands for Business Application Software Integration System. Business Application Software Integration Integration System. So integration system means just now we discussed. So this is ERP application, SAP ERP application. The modules are automatically created. Whenever we install SAP ERP, all the modules are automatically created. Just they created only. There is no integration. Just they created. So it means SD, MM, PM, and HR, FICO, basis. So other modules also there. Just I entered so few modules only. So these modules are installed. As a basis consultant, what you are doing is we need integration. So we need integration between the modules, from HR to FICO, from HR to basis, and from FICO to sales and distribution, from SD to MM. This is nothing but integration from PM to MM, from HR to PM. So we need to create a connection. So that is done by the basis consultant. That is the reason see here business application. This is a business application software integration system. As a basis consultant, we integrate the modules, one module to other module. Then only the data sharing is easy. For suppose finance team. So for suppose this is the Tata Motors. They need to purchase the raw material. So Tata Motors, they want to purchase the they need to purchase the raw material. Whenever the finance department, they release the funds only. So material management team, they are uh, they they are connected to the finance team and asking the funds to purchase the raw material. See here. So whenever we have the connection between the FICO and MM, is it possible to data sharing? So whenever the finance department they release the funds, then only raw material department they purchase the raw material from the vendors. Then only the raw material sent to the plant. Then only the production people they start the production, right? So that is the reason we need the integration. That integration is done by the basis consultant. That is, and for suppose if you want to learn SAP basis, you want to learn SAP basis, no prerequisites here. No prerequisites. So prerequisites means, for suppose, if you want to learn SAP ABAP, we need like a coding knowledge, C, C++, compulsory we need for learn SAP for learn Java. But here, if you want to learn SAP basis, no coding knowledge, no coding experience, not knowledge, no coding experience. And if you want to learn SAP basis, no drag and drop experience. And if you want to learn SAP basis, no need SQL queries experience. So here in our entire SAP basis, we are using in SAP basis, we are using predefined, SAP predefined T codes, predefined transaction codes. So T codes nothing but transaction codes. So in SAP basis, nearly, I'm not sure, maybe one of, uh, so 45 plus modules we have, 45 plus T codes, 45 plus T codes in SAP basis. So that is our responsibility. We need to learn the 45 T codes. The 45 transaction codes not they are not developed in 2024. The, the T codes are developed in 1972 at the time of started up SAP company. They developed. So after they developed ABAP module and they developed all the T codes. So in SAP basis, 45 maybe plus T codes are there. We need to learn these 45 T codes. That is our responsibility. So we are not using any SQL queries. We are not using any like a drag and drop, and we are not using any like coding. There is no space actually in SAP application. If you want to write the coding, there is no space. But ABAPers they can write because they have separate transaction codes. But in SAP basis, is not possible to write the coding and the drag and drops. There is no means there is no space for write the SQL queries also. So SAP base is nothing but administration. So we have the systems in SAP. We have the systems like development system, quality system, and production system. So we need to take care about the systems, how SAP systems are running. So is there is any issues in SAP system? As a basis consultant, analyze the issue. What is the issue in the system? We need to analyze the issue and troubleshoot the issue. And as a basis consultant, our work is repeated. So repeated work because we are administrators, we are not a developers. No need to think logically. No need to write SQL queries. No need to do drag and drops. So our work is repeated. So it means, for suppose in our organization, one new employee joined. As a basis consultant, we create the credentials for new employee, for new user. We are called as user in SAP. So whenever our organization recruit new employee in SAP above, as a basis consultant, we need to create the credentials for the user. So we have a transaction code. For this, we have a transaction code that is SU01. In SAP above, our organization recruit one employee. For suppose in SAP SD, in SAP SD also, our organization recruited one employee. Same T code, same T code. Whatever the T code we are using for create the credentials for SAP ABAP user, same credentials we can use, same transaction code we can use for SAP SD also. There is no separate T code. So our work is repeated. For suppose our organization recruited one new employee in FICO. Yes, same T code SU01. You can create user by using SU01 only. And we have some transaction code, monitoring transaction codes. Every day we need to monitor how SAP system is working. Yeah, see here. So at present we have two systems. One is development system. Second one is quality system. So every day we need to monitor how the development system is working. Means any issues are there in development system and how quality system is going on. Any issues are in quality system. So we have monitoring. We have monitoring transaction codes. Nearly 15 transaction codes are there in every shift. So for suppose this week you are in morning shift. So you need to first hour once you log into your shift in first hour you need to check the monitoring T codes. That is very important as a basis consultant. So we have Excel sheet. So in that Excel sheet we have the 15 transaction codes. So different 15 transaction codes are there. So we'll discuss what are the 15 transaction codes for monitoring SAP system. We'll explain. So that is a major responsibility. And second one is we need to create the credentials for new coming people in our organization. But already we discussed SU01 is one of the T code. As a basis consultant, this is one of the T code. we have. So by using SU01, we can create users. The user from ABAP module or FICO module or SD module, whatever it may be, irrespective of module, by using SU01, we can create the user. And we need to create the clients also. We need to create the clients. We have a separate tree code for create the client SEC4. So what is SEC4? See here. Just now we discussed as a basis consultant, we have nearly 45 transaction codes are there. The transaction codes are look like the transaction codes are look like just now we discussed SU01 is one of the T code, and in the same way SU10 also there, and SEC3, SEC3, SEC4, SEC5, and SEC7, SEC8, SEC9. We have the T codes. What is SU01? What is the definition of what is the abbreviation of SU01? What is SU01? There is no definition for SU01. That is a predefined transaction codes. For suppose, if you take in our smartphone, you are using Geo network or Airtel network. If you want to like check the validity, your the mobile network validity, so we have the T code. We have the codes. For suppose star, just example, star 121 hash we are using. What is the definition of what is the abbreviation of star 121 hash? There is no definition for star 121. So this is provided by the mobile network. What is the purpose of this code? Whenever we execute the code in our smartphone, it displays the validity, right? In the same way, these T codes also provided by SAP. SU01 is a purpose for create single user. SU10, this is a T code for create more than one user, like 10 users or 20 users. And SEC3, that is for another purpose. SEC4 for another purpose. SEC5 and SEC7. These are predefined transaction codes, but there is no definition, there is no abbreviation for these T codes. And the main advantage here, whatever the transaction codes we are using, these are real-time transaction codes. These are not example. These are not example T codes. Whatever we are entering SU01, SU10, these are real-time T codes. The main advantage in SAP, whatever the transaction codes, even whatever the system, if you take the system, this is the window. So it is showing SAP MMC, Microsoft Management Console. So means we install SAP on Windows. This is Windows, right? This is Windows. That is the reason this is SAP MMC, Microsoft Management Console. SAP Microsoft Management Console. In real-time scenario also, whenever we install SAP on Windows, same screen, same SAP MMC also there in the real-time scenario, and the same the options like file, action, view, favorites, same options in real-time scenario also, and the same systems also. Okay, here as per our hardware availability, we installed a development system, and quality system. But in real-time scenario, we install development, quality, sandbox, pre-production, production. Like this, we install number of systems we install in real-time scenario. But as for my hardware, at present I install only two systems, development and quality only. So if you have more hardware, you can able to install. That is possible in real-time scenario only. But this is a screen. Same screen we have in real-time scenario also. Same screen, same options. This is not example SAP system. This is a real-time SAP system only. In real time also same system and same T codes. So just now we discussed some T codes: SU01, SU10, SEC3, SEC4, SEC5, SEC7. These are SAP predefined T codes. So these T codes are not developed in not developed in 2024. In 1972 onwards, in SAP basis, we have the T codes. Not only in 2024, after 20 years also, we can check the same T codes we have. So that is, and coming to qualification. So like some people they are asking, what is the qualification for learn SAP basis? There is no qualification, minimum qualification. That is, even the diploma people also is possible to learn SAP basis, and uh, well, like uh, degree people, bachelor's degree, any stream like BCom, BSc, like BCA. So any stream people is possible to learn SAP basis. But some modules, for suppose if you take SAP, um, so already we discussed SAP having 200 modules, right? The 200 modules are classified into three categories: some technical modules, technical modules, some are functional modules, some are functional modules, and some are techno-functional modules. Techno-functional. So SAP modules, 200 plus modules we have in SAP. The modules are classified into three categories. Some of modules are we are called as technical. Some of the modules we are called as functional. Some of the modules we are called as techno-functional. So in technical module, we have above basis security. So these modules are we are called as technical modules. And coming to the functional, SD, FICO, like HR, MM, PM, plant maintenance. Like this, these are functional modules. And techno-functional modules also there we have. So these are like BIBW, BO, business objects, BODS, business objects, data structure, and HANA. Again in HANA, we have administration and development also there. HANA admin and HANA development. The thing is, the technical modules coming to basis security. Security is a part of basis, no issue. Uh, in our sessions, so security also cover. If you want to learn basic security, no need any domain knowledge. Already we discussed it. For suppose if you want to learn SAP basis, no coding, no drag and drop, no SQL statements experience, right? So no need any domain knowledge for learn SAP basis and security. So no need any domain knowledge. Any domain knowledge. But the thing is, if you want to learn above module, SD module, FICO module, HR module, MM, PM, QM, and BIBW, SAP BO, SAP BODS, SAP HANA, we need compulsory domain knowledge. We need domain knowledge. What is domain knowledge? For suppose, if you want to learn if you want to learn SAP SD, sales and distribution, your background, education background should be MBA marketing. MBA marketing is a mandatory. If you want to learn SAP SD. In SAP, if you want to learn FICO, your background should be finance, MBA finance, or like MBA finance. So finance background, compulsory, mandatory. And if you want to learn SAP HR, your background, educational background should be MBA HR. MBA HR. So if you want to learn FICO, finance background or accounts, some accounts background. If you want to learn SAP HR, MBA HR is your education is mandatory. MBA HR background. MM, civil background, BTech civil educational background. PM, mechanical educational background. Mechanical background. And if you take a BA BW, so education background is okay, but we need SQL is mandatory. SQL experience, SQL queries experience mandatory. SQL, here also SAP BO, SQL queries experience. BODS also we need SQL. So that is the reason for suppose if you want to learn SAP BABW, the trainers first they are asking you have SQL experience, then only you can join SAP BABW or BODS. So without SQL experience, we can't able to survive in the organization. Once we join in the organization with BIBW, BODS. And if you take HANA, if you want to learn HANA, your background should be basis for administrators. Your background should be BIBW or BO for developers. And if you want to learn ABAP, already we discussed C++, COBOL. You should have experience on C++, COBOL. Then only you can able to survive in SAP ABAP. But in basis, no need any domain knowledge and no need any education qualification means minimum qualification like bachelor's degree, diploma, minimum qualification. So this is, and coming to our content, basis content. So this is our basis content. So here we have introduction. In introduction, what is SAP, what is ERP, what is R3. We have R1, R2, R3, and responsible roles and responsibilities. I think that is not covered today. In our coming session, we will discuss about the roles and responsibilities also, and what are the advantages in SAP and the competitors. SAP competitors also there in the market, especially ERP. Here, SAP ERP competitors like Oracle ERP, Microsoft ERP, PeopleSoft, and JD Edwards, BAN. So these are the competitors. And what is client server architecture? What is SAP R3 system? Overview of R3 and SAP R3 components and what is basis? Already this is same R3 architecture and technology. Introduction to operating system, not 2008, 2012 and 2019, and RDBMS, what is R1 system, what is R2 system, and S4HANA also we will cover. What is S4HANA? That is SAP Business Suite on HANA database. It's a new application in SAP S4HANA, SAP Business Suite, SAP Business Suite on HANA, Suite for HANA. That is also called as SAP fourth generation system, fourth generation application, fourth generation application. So before SAP S4 HANA, we have SAP R3, fourth generation system, that is SAP R3, R3 system. So this is the latest one, SAP S4 HANA. So we have SAP ECC and SAP S4 HANA, two applications. So what is SAP ECC? That is ECC nothing but ERP, and S4 HANA Compare with ECC, this is advanced. S4HANA is advanced. So that is, we'll discuss more about what is S4HANA. We compare with SAP ECC, then we'll discuss what is SAP S4HANA. SAP Business Suite on HANA. Business Suite. Business Suite means the applications SAP, ERP, CRM, SRM, SCM, all these applications we are called as a suite. So the entire SAP applications are running on HANA. That is the meaning of S, SAP Business Suite for HANA. So here, client administration. Before client administration, we have architecture, R1 architecture, R2, R3. See here, R3. And what is SAP instance and work process. What is work process? The types of work process and how to start SAP system after SAP successfully installed. How to start SAP system and how to shut down SAP system properly. And coming to the client administration, what is client? What is client copy, how to create a client, how to delete a outdated client, how to check the client copy logs, how to create a logical system, remote client copy, how to do client export import, and user maintenance means user management. That is how to create user, how to delete unwanted user, how to log the user, how to unlock the user, how to copy the user, how to change the password for the user. And coming to the security, what is security? What is role? What is profiles? What is authorizations? What is single sign-on SSO, single sign-on? And yeah, what is SAP license? Types of license? And these are monitoring activities. How to check the health check in SAP system? What are the profile parameters in SAP system? And what is operation modes in SAP system? And what is background jobs? And what is standard background jobs? And spool administration, printer configuration. So what is spool administration? What is local printing? What is remote printing? These are we covered. So I will share the content to you. Just please ping me in our WhatsApp. I will share the content also. Okay. So this is our today session, and this is not only demo session. So from today onwards, the batch is started, and in our coming session, we will discuss about as a basis consultant, what are the roles and responsibilities in the organization? What are the major roles and responsibilities in the organization? And what about the
Sir, what
job
about
security?
calls, sir?
Yes.
Yes, sir. What about calls, sir?
Yeah, calls are started. So I'm disturbing with my voice again. So actually, from last 3 months, there are no calls. Not only SAP. So due to Christmas, so every year this is happened from November to February, January ending up to January ending. No calls in the same way. Same thing repeated from yesterday onwards. Actually, for our students, I'm processing in TCS. Nearly 160 plus members are placed in TCS. Yesterday, I got a message from HR. So today onwards, the profiles are going to be shortlisted. So it means then I can understand. Okay, the calls are started slowly. The calls are started. So from this month onwards, from February onwards up to October, we have the calls. The calls are started.
As as a fresher, we can get a job, sir, in SAP basis.
Yes, yes. The organizations, some organizations, they are looking for freshers also.
Okay,
So
sir.
why because for suppose when they recruited a basis consultant with 3 years, 4 years experience, some organizations, first if we take Accenture, uh, they need to they need to give minimum 11 lakhs or 12 lakhs. So what they are thinking is just they recruit a fresher and uh, they will give the training to the fresher, and after 3 months or 4 months, uh, the fresher enter into the project. They are thinking like that only. So some organizations, they are recruiting freshers also. So any queries in our today's session? So in our upcoming session also, we'll discuss about SAP, the roles and responsibilities, and some other important points also we'll discuss in our coming session. Sorry for today. Actually, whatever I created for GoToMeeting, that is for only one day. That is expired. So today, whatever I shared the GoToMeeting link, that is available for tomorrow also. So please use the same GoToMeeting link. So whatever the GoToMeeting link today you join, same GoToMeeting link you can join for our upcoming session also. So we have theory sessions up to 1 week. So up to 1 week we have theory sessions. After that, practical sessions like how to install SAP, and what are the hardware we required for installation of SAP. And I will share the software, the latest software. I will share the latest software, and I will show you how to install SAP. Okay, so practically, I will explain. I will show you how to install SAP, how to download SAP software, and how to install SAP software. I will show you practically. Okay, any queries in our today's session? So if you have any queries, you can note down. Like you can ping me in my WhatsApp also. I'm also available on WhatsApp. Otherwise, you can note down in our coming session. We'll discuss the queries. Any queries? Okay. So thank you. We'll meet on next session with the same link.